Okay, brothers, since you couldn't meet with me today, I'm making a quick video, which please take the time to watch, and have a notepad and paper down, please, so you can take notes. First off, let's start with IKEA. These are the desks that we agreed we wanted to get for you guys. I know Ismail had some qualms. He was asking me, how good is IKEA furniture? I mean, this looks pretty steady to me, and honestly, it's not like you guys are going to be building on top of them. Think about how often you actually sit at your desks, and need I remind you what your current desks look like. Not the sturdiest, and yet they still function. So I think as long as you don't beat these guys up, which I don't see why you would, you'll be fine. So this is the desk that we decided for both of you guys, so we're going to get two of these. They're $279 each. We liked the black-brown color. But we liked the option without the extra additional cubby. I'm not sure if that is even possible, because just this one picture shows the no cubby, but I'll find out when I get there. I'll try to not get the cubby, but if it's there, I mean, can't really help it. But let me know if the cubby is that big of an issue to you guys, and if you really, really want to get rid of those, or what the case may be, because we'd have to pick another desk. Next is the secretary's desk, which is this one. Again, we discussed this. The color matches pretty well with yours, same style, and we like the simple because we don't want to give her any really room for her to hoard or have her own stuff, or his or her stuff, whatever. And again, same size as pretty much the one we have now, so it would work nicely. The only thing is, as you notice, that one does not have a pull-out keyboard. The current pull-out keyboard that we have, it was an addition, and we can take it off, and I believe it's like a not a rusty, but you know what I mean, like the tan metal color, or we can get this one, which is silver, which I prefer. It's $9.99. It's not that heavy, but again, she shouldn't be, I don't think she's gonna rest all her weight on it, but the other one's a little sturdier, so I don't know, it's up to you guys if you think you want to use the one at the office or get this new one. Actually, I'm looking at this one, looks a little flimsy, but I can see what they have here, and I can also check Staples, but I think for now maybe we'll reuse the other one. Now your office chairs. I liked these. Doesn't necessarily have to be this color. They have a few color options. This is like the beige one, which I kind of like. Or we could just stick to black. Again, there's different colors. I don't like that one. My favorite is either this one, or the black. I guess you guys have to decide what your chairs I think should be matching. But these look good. I mean, the price is decent. If you don't, I mean, I'll test these when I get there. If I think they're flimsy, then I'll go to Staples because they'll have better ones. But I think these should be fine. So again, two of these for you guys. And then I thought the secretaries maybe should be a little different, or office manager, whatever you want to call him or her. This one looked fine to me, high back, and a little padding. She'll be sitting, he or she will be sitting mostly, more than you guys. They also have, oh, that's not what I wanted. So it'd be this one. This is the one that we'd want. Oh, this one here. So this one is $59.99, and this is the one that I vote for the secretary, or office manager, sorry. Next is the tower holder. I liked this. This is something, again, I can screw into the other table. See, it's for the tower, so that's not just sitting on the floor, which I think it shouldn't be, because it just collects more dust that way. This way it's easier to clean. I mean, if your computer overheats, and this way you're less likely to kick it and bump into it. It's there, it's secure. So I think this mounted under the desk to the side of it would be a good idea. Cable management. I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you look under your desk right now, look at all those wires. That is really ugly. We can manage that by running them through here. It's an attachment that goes under the desk, and it keeps the cables kind of organized so they're not, they're hidden essentially. And then I also have a power strip thing, but I'll get to that on Amazon. And lastly, from IKEA, I liked this bookcase to use as the supply cabinet. It has doors, so some of them are visible. I mean, I couldn't really find anything else with doors that was, you know, somewhat sturdy. We do need them to be a little bit sturdy because of the supplies that we're putting in them are heavy, like paper and stuff like that. But it is a little higher in price, $179. But I think it's worth it. You guys discuss that, whether you think it's worth it. Again, it matches the furniture we have now. It's a good length. It is 79 inches high. You see the product dimensions here. All this stuff you can look up at IKEA if you want, and if you want me to give you the reference numbers for the items, I can type those up for you. But I think that's a good idea. So that's that for IKEA. Now on Amazon. So I started to talk to you guys about surge protectors. You have 3 surge protectors right now under your desk. 1, 2, 3, and there's about 12 being used, and some of these are like 2 different chargers that could probably be taken out and off or whatever. I think we should get just one 12-port charger, and if you need additionals, we can keep those in the supply cabinet and hook them up and add them as we go, but the less we have, the less wires and all that, and it just looks ugly. So I vote for that. Again, it's $41, but it's a good surge protector. Belkin's are really good ones, the one I use at home. You also need a new tape dispenser, because the one you have right now, it keeps catching, and it's just, you just need new ones. $3, you need a new one. For your wall files, you have those clear ones, but they're ugly and they're plastic, and I mean, this is plastic too, but they're just ugly. The clear ones are just, they look cheap, and they are mounted with tacks. I think we should get these, because again, the brown kind of matches the theme that we have going. They're still sort of clear, but they look a little more professional than what you have right now, and I, of course, will nail them to the wall instead of tacking them, because it's just tacky. No pun intended. 3 drawers. We have 3 right now in the office. One by George, was hanging by George's desk, which we can keep, because this one will look a little nicer. One for Ismail by his desk, which we can put on the other side of the wall. And then we had one near the secretary, which I think we should also keep one for her in case she, you know, some papers, so just off the desk, it's nice. So I would say get 3 of these. You need a new mouse pad. Again, $4, just something small that you wouldn't normally think about, but you need. And then for one of the issues we were talking about with George is right now we're using a 2-file cabinet just so we can lock checks. That's stupid to me when we could be using that filing cabinet for much more. So I was thinking we could install a lock in one of the desk drawers, either yours or George's or Ismail's or George's or whatever. So it's, again, it's like $5. What is this? Yeah, $4.77. And we can install it, and then one of those drawers are locked. There's 2 keys. You can each have one, so the checks will be locked. Next is the monitor riser. This will go on top of the desk, the office manager's desk. See? The monitor will go on top of here. There's, oh, I have this freaking thing. There's some room for, you can keep scissors or paper clips or whatever you want in there. It's drawers. And then, see, the drawer opens up. And underneath it is like the slot that's supposed to be there for a laptop, which to me made sense because we have that laptop just hanging on the desk. We can just tuck it in there and it won't be an issue. Next, okay, so that's all the for certain stuff that I think we definitely need. Next is, I want to talk about the erase boards. Now, I found this, and I kind of wanted to show you that this was my inspiration for the dry erase. I want to have like 3 of them tacked up. I had asked George because I was thinking we could put something else in the middle, but he said we definitely need 3. So we can tack them up like this, 1, 2, 3, and they'll look much more organized. The only issue I had is because the ones we have right now are just ugly, they're cheap looking, and they're not framed. That's not what I wanted. The ones I found online, the ones you have at the office, I think are 36 by 24, so they're quite big. The only framed ones I found in those size were like 100 plus, and I think that's just too much money to spend on those. If you get an 18 by 22, which is a bit smaller, but still, I mean, I don't, again, at George, this is more you, like, how big does it have to be? I think 18 by 22 is a good size, but if you have tape measures and take a minute, just kind of map out and with your tape measures what 18 by 22 actually looks like, I think those would work. I kind of like these ones, because it has a little cork here, which I figure if you needed to tack a note or something, we could tack something on there real quick, and we can line them up. But if you don't like the cork, we can just stick with a plain like that. It's just a few dollars price difference, but it's more a preference issue of what you guys like. See, look, these people already tacked up 3 of them. Both are the same size, so it depends on what you guys like. I was thinking on Ismail's side of the wall, he's going to have, like I said, his little 3 hanging portfolio thing, and he's going to have the shelves with all those binders. But I didn't know if he wanted or you guys would think it's a good idea. I thought it kind of was, and it kind of goes with the theme of the room. Just one of these, also 18 by 22, one side is cork, so if you guys need to tack up some notes or things that whatever, and then the other side is dry erase, so you can write down a quick note or whatever it is that you want. I think it's fine. It's not necessarily necessary right now, but I think it is a good idea. But that's, you know, $17 that we don't have to spend if you don't think we need it. And then my other question was, as far as something to hold, because you guys are always asking me where are the markers, where's the spray for cleaning the thing. I was thinking a cubby like this. Now this one's $30, but it's nice. It's espresso. It has these little hooks where, I mean, they were thinking people could hang their jackets on, but I was thinking if there was spare keys for the warehouse or something, and see how they have pockets. I was thinking we would just use them for hanging some keys on there if we needed to, and keeping the markers, like a rag or the eraser, and the spray for the erase board. So that would go on George's side too. What else? There's also this option, which is a little bit cheaper, probably half the price, but again, you get what you pay for. It's a little more flimsy looking, but still would get the job done. But of course, I'm voting for aesthetic, because if we're going to spend the money to make the office look nice, I'd like to keep it looking nice. And that's about it, I think, for your stuff. The only other things I wanted to talk about was, a door sign. I don't know if you guys have looked at the sign on your door, but it's a white laminated thing that says New England Custom Floors with both your cards on it, and they're crooked and it looks gross. For a little bit of money, I was thinking you guys could get one of these made. You know, just a quick, your logo, the name, and you can put your names on there if you want to. Or one like this, see? So they range in price. I think the most that you would have to pay is like $100 for one, but judging on these, like, this doesn't have much information on it. I don't see why we couldn't get a nice one like this to tack up onto the door, because what we have right now looks terrible. So that's something, again, not necessarily having to do right now, but just an idea I wanted to put out there because I'm thinking about it. The only other things I can think of that I wanted to talk to you about the office was possibly, well, the blinds. The blinds are broken. I think I can get cheap blinds for under $30 at IKEA, I believe. So that's something that, if you guys tell me to, I'll look. As long as the price is right, I'll buy it. There's a clock right now on the desk that's really tacky and chunky. I don't know if you can see it in this picture. See back there? So I don't like it. So I was thinking we could get rid of it because there's no need for one in the office, to be honest. You guys have your phones. The computer has a clock on it. We can make the computer a big clock. The screen, I don't know why we need that. So I'd like to get rid of it. So see how the blinds are broken? And this is the pull-out shelf that I was talking about. I think we should keep this one. It's a little sturdier, and it'll go with the room. Painting. I think the office is, I mean, the walls are somewhat dirty. It's just, it looks like an exam room. They're white. Now with all the brown and white kind of furniture we've got going on, I was thinking a blue would look nice. This is not necessarily the blue I'd like, but I thought I'd give you options. This one's also a little too baby blue for me. I kind of like this one. See, it's a little matte, but if that's too dark, even something this light would go nicely too. Blue and browns, it just looks clean. These are all offices, notice, and some of these, like this one is a professional office in Boston, so clearly they use it and it works for them, and they have similar looking desks and chairs. Look. So that's something I think you want to consider too. Probably better idea to paint before we start installing everything, but that's for you guys to decide. I mean, Dave is totally willing to help me. No charge to you guys, because it's just he likes to do that stuff and he'll help me out. I think we should paint the office and then install all the furniture. But again, so that's up to you. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys have stud finders. Dave needs one for installing the shelves when he gets them there. That's about it, guys. Oh, okay, so price-wise. So far, everything I showed you at IKEA that I picked out is about, I think IKEA showed you $1,174. The stuff on Amazon, not including the dry erase boards and the little cubbies, came to, I don't have a total written down for that. But essentially, I think I rounded up to about $1,400, $1,500 so far in this whole project, with a little leeway here and there. But that's up to you guys if that's how much you want to spend. I think $1,500 for renovation of your office and make it more productive and clean looking is not that bad. I did my best to find the best prices I could. I mean, I found things that were even just $8 cheaper, and I think it's worth it. So again, it's about $1,500 in supplies, like between everything for the office. I don't know if that's in your budget or if that's what you're thinking about. I mean, we can, again, talk over what we need right now, what we don't need right now, and just make a list of, like, whenever you're ready, things to buy. But let me know. Alright, this concludes this production.